Hey Nick, how are you? If you haven't used Google Plus before, we'll go through this more at 7:30 when people come on board. But if you hover your mouse over the left side of your screen, you'll see things like Google Effects. And one of them is Q&A. And that allows you to ask questions. So when you ask your questions, they'll come up on my screen and I can answer them for you. So if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in there. Also, if you can't figure out how to use that, the same forum you've been using around messaging me on Facebook works too. So I've got 7 minutes till everyone else arrives. So I'll just keep testing the product to make sure that we don't do anything silly halfway through. If you can pop your question in there just so I know that you know how it works, that'd be awesome. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey Nick, I've got your comment, so that's great. You figured out how to use it better than most. did I do with the phone? Kelly, no, the vision is not two-way. I just got a message from Kelly saying I hope she can't see us because she hasn't done her hair. I'm sure you look lovely, Kelly. Oh, that's classic. All right, I've got 1 more minute and then let's get cracking. We've got a few people on, so that's great. All right, let's get started. Welcome to your 6-week program with Moxxi on how to absolutely nail your Arbonne business. So a lot of you will have met me before when I came and spoke to you at your event. However, I would love to introduce myself to you, and I'll do that in 1 moment. First of all, let's go through a few housekeeping issues. So the video is only one way. You aren't seen, so don't worry about that. It is being recorded, so you can watch it again at a later date. If you have any questions, there is a functionality where you can ask those questions, and you can get there by hovering your mouse up here on your screen. So there's a Q&A box. Now that allows you to type your questions in and I can read them as we go through the presentation and answer them. If I don't get to them immediately, don't worry, there will be some time at the end where I will be answering more questions. And also your private secret Facebook group, you can ask as many questions as you like following on from this. So feel free to pop them in. I'll be going through those as we go through the presentation. Now this presentation is only half an hour long, so it's quite short, so I will be going through a fair bit of content at pace. So don't worry about that. We will be able to revisit it, as I said. So let's get cracking. I'm going to share with you a slide pack now. Very fancy Google technology, and I love it. So we're going to go onto full screen mode here, and this is one of the quotes that I love to show my girls. You are more incredible than you could possibly imagine. Starting an Arbonne business can be a bit scary. There is so much potential and so much possibility in this business, but it does push you out of your comfort zone. So what I'm trying to ask from you through this presentation is actually to keep open from your comfort zone. Realize that it is going to potentially push you in places that you didn't necessarily want to go, but I guarantee you that you're going to do well and enjoy it once you start. So today we've got a lot to get through. The first one might seem quite simple, what you actually do. But if you don't understand what you do in your business, you can't message clearly, and it actually will make you fail. So I'm asking the question, are you in the makeup industry? Are you in the skincare industry? Or are you in the industry of helping other people become financially free? I want to know why you do it. Goals are so important. So as a new business owner, sometimes it's nice to think, oh, I'd just like to make $50,000, or I'd just like to be able to take my family on a holiday. But let's be real about this. Are you really embarking on a business to just pay your bills? And this is really important to get clear on. If you're not clear on what you actually want it to look like in 10 years' time, in 50 years' time, how are you going to set yourself the right goals to get there? What skills you need to get where you want to go? Now, this is a really important question to think about. I know starting my business, there are a few areas that I definitely need to brush up on. Sales was one of them, and we're definitely going to be going through that at a later date. Because I think that it's a huge part of your role. And then how to message clearly to get results. Now this is 100% the thing that is going to draw the people to you that you want to work with. Sound good? I'm just going to pop back to the screen to see if we have any questions. No so far. Fantastic. So let's go back into here. For those who don't know me, I'm the blonde. My name is Lauren. My beautiful business partner is Gemma, and Moxxi means to have courage or be courageous. So our business is all about empowering you to have enough courage to do whatever you want in life. Your version of success is your version of success, and we're not going to push you either way, but we will ask you to be the best version of you with a little bit of pushing and a lot of love. So if you have any questions about our business, please feel free to ask them as well. I'm very passionate. If you can't tell already, very passionate. So the first question I want to pose to you is, what business are you really in? This is not silly. This is a 100% serious question. And if you have a pen and paper, it would be really great for you to ask yourself this question at the top of the page. What business are you really in? If you're in the business of network marketing, that's fine. Do you really think that's going to inspire you? So if you're talking to the women who've just come back from LA with a big Arbonne conference and you ask them what they're doing, their messaging is probably going to be very different to yours. Or if it's not, fantastic, you're probably on the money. Understanding what business you're really in allows you to put your effort in that area. So if you look at Apple, Apple is one of the most amazing businesses. Even though I'm an Android user, I really appreciate the way that Apple runs their business. Apple believes that absolutely everyone should have sexy technology that is easy to work. So they're in the business of providing sexy technology that's easy to work. They're not in the business of computers. They're not in the business of mobile phones. If you looked at their product mix 10 years ago, the Apple iPhone wasn't even around, and now it's something like 90% of their sales is phones and apps. But if Apple had considered that they were in the computer business, do you think that they would have ever taken that leap and gone out and done something different and really capitalized on the market as it moved? So I hope this example has given you a little bit of a thought process around what business you're really in. Arbonne does a lot of work with you around training you on understanding the opportunities that Arbonne provides. But as an individual consultant, you have to make it true to you. So if you're in the business of making a million millionaires, that's fantastic. How they do it, what they do, doesn't really matter. If you're in the business of empowering mums to be able to spend more time with their children, that's fantastic. Go there. Make it right to you. Make it individual to you, because every Arbonne consultant should be doing something slightly different. If you try to be all things to all people, you actually won't get there. No one will respond to you. Now, if I come to you and I say I can help you with anything, you're not going to feel inspired. But if I come to you and say I can help you nail your mindset, so absolutely everything you do, your inner voice supports you, and you start to enjoy your life, that's going to inspire you a little bit more, because you're going to see where that can apply. And this is going to go into later on when we talk in our couple trainings down the track around repelling and attracting people. This is going to be your foundation, so I really want you to consider this. If you come up with an answer, please pop it in the Q&A section so I can read it out in a few minutes, because I'd really love this to be fairly interactive and get your input, because if you're inputting, it means you're paying attention and you're learning, and that's what we're all here for. Next, what do you really want? There's a great quote here. Can you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be? Now, in this life, it's really easy to live to prove something or under obligation. Now, as a high-performing woman, I often did things to prove to people that I was better, or that I didn't deserve to be bullied, or all of these things, and it's all a mental game. When you release that and you just live because you want to live and you enjoy what you do because it's right for you, it's such a powerful and enjoyable experience. If you live under obligation, i.e. bills, private school, public school, whatever you're doing, you lose that zest for life and you actually become a little bit desperate, which we'll talk about again later on down the track around the forces of repelling and attracting. So what do you really want out of Arbonne? Do you want the time? Do you want the money? Do you want the impact for other people? You have to be honest about this. If you're in it for money, high five, good on you. I respect that. A lot of women especially find it difficult to say they're in it for money. You know, I just want to pay my bills is such a common thing. Do you really want to spend your life just living, paying the bills? Wouldn't it be nice to splurge on your family or give some money to an orphanage in Africa and see children benefit from that? You know, money is not evil. The love of money and the holding on to money is evil. But money is actually an amazing opportunity. There is no amount of good that poverty can buy. Hear me on this. What do you really want? And get clear on that. Don't be shy. Be brave. Be courageous. And the results will flow from that. If you're holding yourself back because you don't want to be successful, really? Because you're not comfortable with that? How do you think that's going to impact your activity in your business? So write this question down. What do I really want out of Arbonne? So at Moxxi, I really want to create a movement of passionate, healthy, encouraging women who put their elbows away and master their mindset to achieve whatever they want in their life. Now that's a big mission. I want to help 1 million women around the globe. But in that, I want to be wealthy. I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. I want to have enough opportunity in my life with the money that I've been able to gain to help my family, my friends, and I want to basically run an island because I have been in the aid industry and I've seen how poorly it's done. So with that, for me, I know what I want, so I go out every day and I make that concerted decision, that concerted effort. So what do you want? This is a really important question. Once you can answer this, your goals will start to align better to that. If you know you want to make $1 million a year, and this is a big call, and for some of you it might scare you, so I'm going to drag it back. If you know you want to make $100,000 a year, how many sales do you need to make per day? How many consultants do you need to recruit per month? What do their statistics need to look like? When you nail all this down really closely, if you know you want to make $100,000, you know that you have to recruit 20 consultants, you know what effort you need to make in a day. That takes the overwhelm away, and it's actually quite exciting. So I'm just going to pop out of this and see if we have any questions on our forum. No questions as of yet. Wonderful. I hope that this is making sense to you. Now, one of the biggest things that I come up against when I have these conversations with people is I don't have the money as a big one. You need money to make money, but we'll talk about that another day. But I don't have the skills, so I'm shy. I don't know how to approach people. I don't know how to cold call. I don't enjoy standing up in front of people. Well, honey, I'm here to tell you, you do. And I can almost see all of you sitting there pulling a face at me. But you have everything inside you that you need to make this business extremely successful. There is no difference between you and the highest earner in Australia, except the highest earner in Australia has learnt to harness her skills and push herself outside of her comfort zone. You are an attractive woman, and I'm not saying that you're a very pretty in the face woman. You attract people. Think of a time where you've been somewhere out in the open and someone's just started talking to you. Think of a time where someone was uncomfortable and you have gone up and spoken to them because they're in a situation that they're not used to. Think of a time when you've held a conversation with a stranger with confidence. If you start to think of all these examples in your life where you actually are taking the steps to do what you want to do without the pressure of, oh no, I have to make my Arbonne business work, you see that you actually have everything inside you that you need. This is an amazing business. You get so much training and so much support. All you need to do is ask. The difference between the person who makes it and the person that doesn't is the ability to recognize that this isn't that scary. A journey traveled with someone else is always a lot more fun. So you're in an amazing community now. You're in this Arbonne group with Moxxi. You're also in your Arbonne group with your uplines and your recruits, and you have the opportunity to harness your skills with the support of others. So I really encourage you to write down now what your top 3 skills are. You know, do you smile nicely? And that is a huge skill. Are you open to learning? Do you project love to those around you? Now, if anyone was at my event on Thursday night, we all went through neurocardiology and the importance of the heart in communication. So are you able to open your heart to another people is a legitimate question, and it will get you a long way. So if you haven't heard of neurocardiology, I suggest you go look at heartmath.com, HEARTMATH.com. This is a new school of research around the importance of the heart in communication. Go there. What other skills do you have that are going to get you through? And then if you've got gaps in your skills, it doesn't mean they don't exist. They probably just need polishing. Think about those too. Once you identify your gaps, you can make changes to make you stronger in those areas. But don't spend your whole life trying to fix your problem areas. Work with your strengths, because you are amazing for those reasons. And people will come to you for those. Do it with love, do it with authenticity, and I guarantee you those skills will start to shine. This is a really important concept, especially in the world of social media. Message consistently. So going through the last few points that we've been through around what business you're in, what skills you have, what your goals are, you need to consistently put these across to the world. People will come to you to support you in your goals. And I know when you do your why, when you launch your business, you have to go fairly deeply into this. But think about what you're consistently messaging out to the world. If you're consistently messaging desperation, if you're consistently messaging, this is actually a lot harder than I thought it would be, do you think people are going to come to you? This is where you have to fake it till you become it. And I know that's a really hard concept because you feel like you're lying to yourself. And I'm not saying that you sit there going, this is really easy, I'm loving it, I'm making heaps of money, if you're not. But I'm working on it. I can see the potential. I know it is the right thing for me to be doing. I'm supporting my family. I'm enjoying what I am doing. I'm learning so much. I've got so much support. I'm in this business to make X number of dollars and influence this number of people and build my tribe to this many girls. And I'm going to do it by doing X number per month. And if you're constantly putting this out on social media and showing yourself to being enjoying what you're doing, and using the same sentences, the same key phrases, people will come to learn that you're that person. You're that go-to person around XYZ. So if I'm constantly putting out, harness your mindset and achieve what you want, do you think I'm going to become the mindset lady? I hope so, because otherwise my messaging's rubbish. But what do you want to clearly, consistently message out? I'm in the business of Arbonne for financial freedom. To me, financial freedom means XYZ. XYZ is true to you. No one can judge that. I'm here to recruit 2 women a month because I believe XYZ. Put it out there. See them come to you. So many people get scared by network marketing because they've had really bad experiences. But if you're upfront and honest and doing it for the right reasons and you're consistently messaging out there, people will come to you and they will enjoy that experience. Trust me on this. So think about, write down, what is my message? What do I clearly want to put out there all of the time? And hammer it. And be authentic and be aligned. Don't put out angry comments or angry tweets or anything like that that's going to damage your reputation. Don't put photos of you that you wouldn't want people to see up on Facebook if they're not consistent with your message. And then I'd have to question why you have those photos in the first place. Start living consistently according to your message. I hope that this is clear enough, and I hope that you're not sitting there going, I wonder what my message is. Really dig deep. Think about it. How to get there. Life shrinks and expands in proportion to one's courage. Now, this is one of my favorite quotes, I think, because Moxxi means courage. But once you've aligned your goals, once you know what your messaging is, once you know why you're doing it, and once you know what business you're in, then it takes courage to actually go out there and do it. So our next week, we're actually going to look at time management. What if we were Beyonce? I don't know, that woman is significantly younger than I am, and she's incredible. I don't know how she's managed to achieve what she has in her lifetime, but it's actually exceptional, and she does it with such passion, and she does it with such commitment, and she does it with absolute 100% effort, and you can see in everything that she does not cut corners. So what are you doing, and how courageous are you being in trying to follow your dreams with Arbonne? Do you think, oh, I should make 5 phone calls, but I really am shy and I can't be bothered? Like, honestly, how much time do you spend on Facebook? Honestly, how courageous are you being right now? And I wanted to bring this into our first week because I'd like to see what happens when you write this quote down and look at it every day and then do something different and be courageous. How much do you think your business could change if you did something courageous? How much do you think that your messaging could get out there if you did something courageous? If it's all aligned and you know what you're doing and you know what you want and you know why you want it, then all you have to do is take action and it will come. You have seen so many people succeed with Arbonne. This is not a flash in the pan business. This is not something that only some people can succeed at. If you want it, you will succeed at it. I guarantee it's a brilliant business model and you have great support. So what are you willing to do? How courageous can you be? And there's the question. How badly do you want it? Now this frames the 6-week program. Now you know what you want and why you want it and how you're going to get there, and you're crystal clear on that. You're going to have to move out of your comfort zone. But then the beautiful thing is that little circle that is where the magic happens becomes your new comfort zone. And then it keeps growing, keeps growing, keeps growing exponentially, so you end up just doing amazing things because they feel comfortable. So I'm going to come back to that question and answer screen now. Oh, I'm not seeing the quotes on the screen. That's all right, Kelly. I've recorded it, so I will definitely send it through to you. All right, so we have now 9 minutes. I wanted 10 minutes, but we've got 9 minutes of questions for you. So does anyone have an example of what business they're in? I would love to hear what business you're in. This is important because it segments your market. You can't be everything to everyone. So if you're in the business of freeing young mums who are feeling overwhelmed by the fact that they have to go back to work but don't want to put their child in daycare, you can connect to those mums significantly better than if you say, I offer financial freedom to anyone. So clarifying that message, or in the business we call it niching. Niching actually allows you to message more clearly. Niching gives you the opportunity to connect to someone. Rather than saying, are you looking for a great opportunity that you can make money with and have more time and spend more time with your kids and you know, meet cool people and da 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 da, that doesn't sound like it's talking to me. You know, if you're talking directly to someone, you go, I know it hurts. I know you've just had a baby, and I know that the poor thing's probably not sleeping. It's probably got colic. And you're tired, and you don't want to go to work every day. Wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to 9 to 5? I know nappies are really expensive, and sometimes it feels like you're not going to be able to make ends meet. Wouldn't it be nice to even make a spare $300 a month? That'll cover your nappies and formula. Oh, that'd be lovely. Can you see how if you niche and you understand what market you're in and who you're targeting, you actually get significantly better at being able to message? So the whole thing that we've just been through around knowing what your messaging is and clearly and concisely messaging that comes from absolutely understanding what business you're in. And if you look at the numbers around how many people in Australia know what Arbonne is, it's so small. Someone said, I had a party the other day, and I think Heidi said it's 1%. So that's a huge market. There is no scarcity in this market. There are 19 million people that you can talk to. There's even more in Australia now. I'm not sure what the statistic is. Maybe it's 21 million. But there's no scarcity here. The thing is, if you niche down, you can talk directly to your target market and you will become that woman. Do you think cutting yourself off from other opportunities by niching? Great question, and this is something that I really struggled with Moxxi, because a lot of men come to me and say that would be great, but I guarantee you that although you're cutting your market from 21 million down to maybe 3 million, you'll get a higher percentage of 3 million. And that percentage will end up getting you a lot more money because people will affiliate with you. 80% of women's buying decisions are made on emotion. All right? So if they connect to you as an individual, you will get a lot more from them, not only first up but ongoing. So I understand the fear around cutting your market down. I definitely do. But would you rather 80% of a small market or 1% of a big one? Allowing yourself to market directly to your niche will get you significantly better results. People will feel like you understand them and you love them, which you do. And you want to give them results specific to their needs. Can you see the power in that, Kelly? And if you want to keep talking about this on the Facebook forum, I'm happy to throw around ideas on your niche. But niching is the most important thing around messaging. Does anyone else have any questions around that? So when we go into key messaging, especially there, Kelly, if you pick your niche, you can ask those people questions. So what's your biggest problem at the moment? If you're niching to 50-year-old women who are starting Botox, I don't know, do they start younger now? I'm not sure. I'm probably going to need it at some point. But I hear Arbonne has this amazing tightening and firming gel that has the same impact as Botox. So do you have grumpy frown lines between your eyes? Do you have a tendency to look angry even when you're not? Are you sick of people getting scared of you because they're doing this? Da, 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 da. Now, Arbonne has this amazing product, and I'd love to talk to you about it. As well as that, we have great skincare ranges. We have fantastic makeup that is not made from animal fat. And if you're sick of working, because you probably are, and the retirement age has just gone to 75, we've got an amazing business opportunity. See how a 50-year-old will respond so much better to that. And they will love you, and they'll be like, oh my goodness, she understands me. I'm so excited to work with her. So you can see by understanding your niche, you can provide a better service because you're messaging directly to people and you'll get that absolute raving fan base, which is what is going to cause repeat business and in the end give you the financial freedom that you want. So I hope this training has been great for you. I hope you've learned some amazing things, and I hope that you're going to go out today and start implementing them. Understanding that your niching now will expand. That's another point I wanted to make. You will niche, you will absolutely nail this section, and then you will grow. But you have to nail this before you can grow. So I hope this has given you renewed excitement and you're going to head out and try it and give us feedback and tell us how you're going. I will be doing this again tonight at 7:30 if you'd like to learn more. It's going to be the same content though. And I will send out a recording of this so that you have it to refer to in the future when you have any questions around marketing your message or understanding your business. Thank you very much for attending. I hope you have a wonderful day. It is a beautiful day outside, so make the most of it. And everyone you meet today, make sure you be courageous.